Hey, it's Coach Jamila. It is nap time again for my son, so I figured I'd go live real quick. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a topic that I feel is very important for women because it's something that we do so often to ourselves. And today, I'm talking about motivation versus browbeating. So just to let you know who I am, I'm Coach Jamila. I am a transformation life coach. What I actually do is teach women how to be happy. You can kind of think of me as like, for example, if you want to lose weight, you hire a personal trainer to help you stay accountable and to kind of push you, to give you the motivation to stick to your routine so you get results. You can kind of look at me as like a personal trainer for the mind. You know, I help you to stay accountable, stick to the changes that you've made as far as, getting rid of low self-esteem, low self-worth, lack of self-confidence, changing negative thought patterns and other self-sabotaging tendencies. And so that's kind of what I am, is I'm that accountability, that person that keeps you on track so that you're able to get your results and continue making progress on your journey. Now, I use that analogy because it kind of feeds into what I'm talking about today. So one of the things that used to, because I have done fitness coaching, online fitness coaching in the past, and anyone who's ever, been to a gym or worked out or whatever is familiar with the style of motivation where it's kind of like someone yelling or being more aggressive or even, very masculine in how it's being done. And nowadays, and where I'm at now in my life and in my own personal development journey, is that's not how I am motivated. I had a friend who mentioned a motivational speaker, and he tends to yell a lot. And there was a point at which, I found that motivating and appealing. But now the place where I'm at is, it's like, I don't need you to yell at me to make me feel pushed like I need to do something. That's not going to motivate me. My strategy now, my advice now, is to rather love yourself, be kind to yourself in how you get yourself doing things versus the yelling and the browbeating, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. So the first thing is I want to say is that motivation is the thing that drives us to get stuff done, particularly things that we don't want to do, right? And so one of the first suggestions that I would give you, if you have a list of to-dos, or let's even just use exercise because it's so common that so many people don't want to do it, the first thing you want to do before you approach exercise or any other activity that you have to do that you really don't want to is to allow yourself to get into a good mood. One of the fastest and easiest ways, I know for me, to get into a good mood is with music. So put on your favorite song. I mean, it can literally shift me from feeling like I want to take a nap to being energized and like wanting to go out dancing, okay? So music has a very powerful effect on us. It can really, increase our energy and just our, zest for wanting to get something done. So number one is allow yourself to get into a good mood so that when you approach whatever it is that you have to do, it goes smoother, it's going to go faster. You're actually going to carry it out better. Because think about this. Think about the times to where you have browbeat yourself or forced yourself from a state of negativity to do something, and ask yourself, how smoothly did it go? Or did it seem like there was a cascading series of events that seemed to make it worse and worse and worse? And you're like, see, this is why I didn't even bother, But it's really like because you attracted it and brought it onto yourself with all that negativity. So it's so important that when you're struggling to get motivated, that you get into a good mood first. Because are there things that we all have to do that we may not want to do, but they're necessary for life? Absolutely. So let yourself get into a good mood, okay? And then go ahead and proceed with the activity. The second thing is I want to bring out is what some people view as motivation is actually browbeating. And that is when you're constantly telling yourself, I'm not good enough, or I need to do this, or I need to do that, or come on, you know better than this. Why didn't you do that? You basically are like a verbal or an emotional abuser. Like in your own head, you're just like putting yourself down. Imagine if another person was doing this to you. Like, let's say your house wasn't clean and somebody came in and they go, your house is so dirty. What is wrong with you? You're so lazy. Why don't you, I don't know, pick up a broom and quit sitting around and watching TV? What are you doing? I mean, my goodness, did you cook anything? Why are there so many dishes in the sink? Your house is filthy. So if someone came in your house and did that, you'd be like, excuse me, you can help yourself right up out the door since my house is so, nasty and you don't like it. But guess what? We probably don't know a person that's going to come into our house and do that. But here's the question. Is the person living in your mind you? Are you in your mind doing that to yourself constantly? And no different than how you would feel if that outside person was berating you like that. It wouldn't make you like, oh, I better clean my house. I'm so excited to do it. No, you're just going to feel worse and worse and worse. Like, man, I'm not good enough. Man, I'm just, And so don't do that to yourself. When you have to approach something, motivation is not, you need to do this, you need to do that. No. That's not motivation. That's browbeating. And we do it to ourselves as women all the time. All the time. We're always comparing ourselves to ourselves sometimes. Man, I was just on all cylinders last week. What is wrong with me? Why can't I? So my point is that's not motivation. That's browbeating. Like I said, are there things that we all need to do? Are there changes that we all need to make in order to grow and become better? Should we want to improve, our health, whatever? Absolutely. As far as like losing weight, should we want to keep our house clean? Sure, absolutely. But the way we go about it, the way we treat ourselves in order to make sure it gets done is the point of what I'm trying to make, is that it's not okay. And you will never succeed long term as long as you keep browbeating yourself and shackling yourself and forcing yourself to do something. Who here has ever responded positively to somebody bossing them around and telling them what to do? I don't see any hands. Hello? None of us do. When somebody starts bossing us around and telling us what to do, what is our first inclination? To rebel. So guess what you start to do when you treat yourself that way? You start rebelling against yourself, which is kind of counterproductive, but that's what's happening. And so my point is no different than you would respond well to positive reinforcement. Somebody telling you, man, you're doing such a fantastic job is going to motivate you to keep doing it. This is the type of conversation and talk you need to start having with yourself in order to motivate you to do what it is that you need to do. And now that kind of brings me to my third point, is that anytime you are trying to motivate yourself, what you don't want to do is really push yourself to do anything just to, in a sense, keep up an appearance or to please someone else, unless it's like you're doing something for someone else. Or we'll use losing weight, as an example. If we're not going to maintain any weight that we lose, and we're going to struggle while we're doing it if we're doing it for someone else. So really our true motivation, anytime we're doing things that may be necessary, but that are really for our good, we want that to come from a place of self-love. Like, we love ourselves, we are happy, with our lives and with our bodies, and we want to improve them and help them to get better. And so we're doing this to help make ourselves better because we want to live longer, we want to have more energy, we want to be there for our families. That's the space we want to come from. We don't want to come from, well, I just, my friend, her stomach's so flat. Well, why can't my stomach be flat? Or oh, my boyfriend keeps talking about, my butt's too big, or whatever. Just those kinds of things. That's not going to motivate you to do anything. Nobody ever. Think about this. There was a lady who did a video, and I just saw it scrolling through Facebook the other day, and she brought out how nobody has ever been motivated to do anything better by being made fun of. So making fun of other people doesn't motivate them to change or do better. And we know that. We've all seen TV shows where the horrible husband makes fun of his wife, who really needs to lose weight, and all it does is make her want to eat more, get more depressed. And we're like, why is he doing that? Blah, blah, blah. He's so horrible. But we do it to ourselves, okay? We put ourselves down, we bully ourselves, we tease ourselves, we get in the mirror, we start nitpicking ourselves, and that's not motivation. That's demotivating. All that does is make you feel worse and worse and worse about yourself. And what happens when we feel bad about ourselves? Well, we want to feel better. And what makes us feel better? Well, whatever usually is not going to help us get our goals. So, like, I'm just using the example, if we're trying to lose weight, it probably makes us want to eat some carbs so we can get those good endorphins, or we want to vegetate in front of the TV, or whatever it is we want to do. It's counterproductive to what it is we're trying to accomplish. So, just to review, the point of this video is to just help you contrast and see that when it comes to motivation, you want to make sure that you are truly providing yourself with the motivation that you need to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish, and that you're not browbeating yourself. That's not motivation. That's not going to get you what you want on the long term. It does not work. It'll work short term, but guess what? Talk to me in 3 months when you done went back to where you were and may be worse off than you were, or you done fell off the wagon. Why? Because none of us, no human being, likes to be treated harshly, negatively, or bossed around. And so when we do it to ourselves, we rebel against ourselves. So, just to review, the first thing that you want to do in order to get yourself motivated, especially when it's something you don't want to do, is to get into a good mood. Allow yourself to get into a good mood. Like I said, music is a great way to do that. A very quick, fast, easy way to do that. Put on your favorite upbeat song, get your energy level up, and then go ahead and approach whatever it is that you have to do. Number 2, stop telling yourself, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. Stop nitpicking at your body, your life, your business, your everything. Stop it. That's not going to, standing in the mirror and telling you, I'm so gross, is not going to make you want to work out and lose weight. So stop doing that. And that's kind of marries into the third point, which is kind of the same thing. Don't do anything that's really, truly good for you simply to please another person. Do it for you. Do it because you want to be better. Do it because you want to be healthy. Do it because you want to have maybe a more thriving business. Do it for you, and that you love yourself and you want things to be better for you. And here's the thing. That's not selfish, because when you're feeling good and you're doing well, then you're able to actually have something within you to give and to share and to be of greater use and service to those that you come into contact with in your life. So that just summarizes it. Just keep in mind motivation versus browbeating. And when you find yourself faced with something you don't want to do or something you need to do, always stop and ask yourself, wait a minute, is this really motivating me, or am I just beating myself up? Because if you're beating yourself up, just know it may work in the short term, but it's not going to work in the long term. You want to motivate yourself, not browbeat yourself. All right? So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share. If you yourself are kind of struggling to get motivated about doing some things differently, or if you struggle with browbeating yourself or negative thought patterns, I invite you to book a conversation with me. Let's talk. Let's see what's going on and if I can be of any service to you. That is the bulk of what I do with my clients. I've helped them to make tremendous progress in overcoming negative thought patterns so that they can actually start being happy, and feeling good in their own skin. And so if that sounds good to you, like I said, go ahead and book a free conversation with me. I'll put the link in the description below this video. I can hear that my son is awake, so I'm going to have to go do that first. So I probably won't add that immediately, but you can go to my website, CoachJamila.com, and it's on there. It says schedule a free discovery and action call, so you can do that there. But anyway, I want to thank you for watching. You take care, and I look forward to seeing you here. Come on, finish.